Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2023 general readings. We're looking at the first half of February, so from the 1st through the 15th. And this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. Welcome, everyone. As always, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for taking the time to watch the videos on my YouTube channel, for your liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that you do that support this channel. Always appreciated. So Cancer, this is for you for the first 2 weeks of February 2023. If your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign is in Cancer, it's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Cancerian. It's a general reading, so of course, as we always say, it'll resonate a little differently for everyone. If you know any or all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, watch them. It can provide additional insight and perspective into what's going on specifically in your life. And if you find that something really does resonate with you and you would like to perhaps take a deeper look at it, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. I do offer quite a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and still quite popular right now are the 6 and 12 month overviews that I do, which give you kind of a look ahead in a variety of different areas of life for the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. And you can order them any time of year, but they're always popular at the end of one year and the beginning of a new year, to give you a look ahead. So something to keep in mind. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I don't know if I just said that already, but you can see that by clicking on the description link with the videos. You'll find my email info there as well. All right, Cancer, let's move right into your reading for the first half of February. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded. Actually, no, I'm clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. Okay. We begin with the Fool, the very first major arcana card in the tarot. That's why he has the 0 on his card. This is where the tarot, it comes out chronologically, the first card being the Fool with the 0 and the last card being the World. And all the cards in between that are about the Fool's journey, which is us, through different cycles of our life. So a cycle of completion is from the Fool to the World, and then we move on to a new chapter or set of chapters. So there's a new beginning here, a new journey, or the opportunity for a new path, a new journey for you. The Fool can also represent stepping out of your comfort zone, taking a risk, doing something you've never done before. With the King of Coins, also the King of Pentacles. This is the King of Earth. Solid, stable, reliable, traditionally loyal and trustworthy, probably financially comfortable if not well off. Somebody who's very good at navigating the earth energy areas of life, which typically focus on the more practical areas of life: money, finance, property, real estate, assets, job. They can even represent long-term stability and security in relationships as well. A new beginning with this person, or this person is showing up as relevant. Showing up as a king, but in a general reading could be female as well. Taking a risk with this person, perhaps. Next, we have the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. The Queen of Air, which is the element which governs the suit of swords. So this element governs our intellectual atmosphere, meaning what goes on in our heads. Belief systems, ideologies, perspectives, how we communicate. Showing up as a female, but it could be a male. This could be another person relevant here, or it could be you manifesting the energy of the Queen of Swords, which is very sharp, very honest, very kind of perhaps direct, blunt, to the point. Seeing something for the truth and reality of what is, not what you wish something to be. With the Seven of Cups, which is a very different energy. The Seven of Cups, this is water energy, so it's very dreamy. It's very kind of daydreaming, building castles in the sky. Each one of these 7 cups is filled with what represents the potential or the possibility of something. Only the best and perfect. It's a bit of an illusionary card, not in the sense that we all need to dream, right? Everything starts from a dream. The Seven of Cups is a card of being focused only on what might be, only on the best outcome of something. And with the Queen of Swords, it feels here like you are or are being called to look at something in a more honest and realistic and practical way, perhaps rather than how you have been looking at something. For some of you, it actually might mean the opposite as well. It may mean that in looking at the Fool here, this is about kind of stepping off the beaten path, the Fool. Stepping off the beaten path. Not really knowing where it's going to lead you, but trusting that it's a new path that's going to lead you somewhere wonderful. Perhaps some of you are coming from a very practical, cynical, jaded point, and you need to actually look at the possibility and potential of something which is in front of you, or someone which is in front of you, or will be coming to you in this time period. Next, we have the Six of Swords, which is a card of healing. Slowly but surely moving away from troubles, challenges, imbalance, and moving into a better place. Sometimes the Six of Swords can be a little painful in the beginning, as healing sometimes can be. With the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus showing up as a male, but in a general reading can be female as well. We have two different people showing up here. They're not the same person, and they're not you. These two kings, at least. Might be that you have two different love or partnership choices in front of you. From the bottom of the deck, representing overall energy and focus for the first half of February, Cancer, is the Page of Wands. Messages coming in. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Page of Wands messages. Could also be a young person. The Page of Wands can represent being at the start of a brand new path. The Two of Cups, soulmates, kindred spirits, a great match in more than just the obvious ways, a beautiful union. Now this can be romantic, in fact it probably is for some of you. Or it could be a best friend, a kindred spirit that isn't romantic. The Ace of Cups, but for many of you it is. The Ace of Cups is the heart beginning to open up again, emotional awakenings. Could be new love and romance for some of you. Some of you may be meeting your soulmate. We have the Seven of Wands also with that. I don't know why I pulled a third card, but I felt compelled to, so there you go. Seven of Wands is a card about defending, protecting, holding on to that which you have a lot invested in. I think some of you here maybe are in a relationship with somebody and have been for some time, and maybe that relationship has had issues. Because it feels like here somebody's fighting to hold on to a partnership, but there's also another option in front of you. Clarify the Fool, stepping out of your comfort zone, a new path. The Six of Cups, typically a card of history or people, places, and situations that we have a history with or a connection with. The Ten of Wands, laying down a heavy burden that you've been carrying for some time. And the tarot tends to represent cycle completion or cycle coming full circle. This represents somebody who has been carrying a burden or something that has grown to be a burden for quite a long time. And the time to lay it down is now. Something that you've been carrying around with you for quite some time. You'll have to do that in order to, this is clarifying the Fool. So it's about leaving something behind, something that you have a history with, something that you have a history with or an attachment with, in order to to move into a new path, to start a new journey. Let's clarify this King of Coins that's with that. King of Coins, King of Pentacles, King of Earth. The Seven of Pentacles, that makes sense, because the Seven of Pentacles is a card of taking stock, of taking inventory, of looking at what you have invested in something, what do you have to show for your efforts, and making decisions or not based on that. The Two of Pentacles, a choice. So there's obviously some new opportunity here in front of you. For many of you, this feels like it's there's relationship here that's central. For many of you, it feels like love romance. It feels like you've been in a relation, you are in a relationship, or perhaps it's been off and on. That's a challenge here. I think you may be called to be looking at what those challenges are and being more realistic about what that relationship is and what it isn't. For some of you, it looks like there's a new offer or a new opportunity to start with someone else. But of course, that means that you would have to close one door. You would have to break with one person. I do try to look at particularly general readings in more than one area of life, because not everybody's in a relationship. This isn't going to be a love romance relationship for some people, right? It could be an opportunity for a new job, a new job or work or career partnership or project partnership with another individual. But again, you have to say no to one that you already have some kind of an attachment with, because that's kind of the theme right now, is there's one that you're in that you've been working at or investing in for quite some time, whether it's love or whether it's a work thing. There's a new opportunity coming in. You're considering it, but you would, again, have to close the door. You have to make a decision to let one thing go in order to start on something new. And then there's this overall energy of fighting for a partnership which is already there, a very connected or karmic partnership. It may be that you have a new love option or choice in front of you, and your partner is maybe freaking out. And I mean, there's this sense of kind of fighting for it and not knowing if that's the right thing to do. Clarify the Queen of Swords, our sharp queen. Six of Pentacles, gift giving, gift receiving, or looking at the balance of giving and receiving. Because sometimes this can represent giving or receiving a gift, but sometimes it can also represent breadcrumbing, like somebody who has a lot to give, but only gives a little bit or when it's convenient for them. And with that, we have the Five of Pentacles, which is the beggar card, not having enough or feeling like you have to beg for everything that you need or want. And that's clarifying this Queen of Swords and the Seven of Cups. I feel like here some of you who are already in an established relationship or job situation that you've been at for quite some time, you've invested a lot in it, I think, and haven't gotten back the same kind, your efforts aren't paying off. You've given far more than you've been given in return, but you've excused it or brushed it off or said, well, if I just keep patient or if I just keep working at it, they'll recognize my worth at some point. But I think you're being called to look at this realistically. Clarify the Seven of Cups. That sort of fantasy card or multiple options. Ten of Swords, surrendering to a painful ending. Surrendering to a painful ending, the surrender part means actually, which is what I feel you're being called to do here, looking at what something is and what something isn't. And sometimes that can be difficult, painful, challenging. It may feel like you're being betrayed, you've been betrayed or thrown under the bus. It's taking a look at a situation and not looking at it through rose-colored glasses like the Seven of Cups does. But looking at it realistically, the way that Queen of Swords would, even if it's painful, even if you have to look and go, you know what? This is never going to be what I've been fighting for it and working for it to be, and I need to accept that. And the acceptance will allow you to, one, either make peace with staying in it, or two, allow you to come to a point of resolution within yourself where you're able to let go of it and move forward, because there is another option here. We have the Knight of Swords, which is our conversation knight, with the Queen of Swords again and the King of Wands again. I feel it may be this King of Wands, whether it's a male or whether it's a female, that you're going to be or need to be having a conversation with about the reality of something. The reality of what this situation, this relationship, or this job, this work situation is, and what it isn't. Perhaps it may be to give them an opportunity to say, look, I have this other opportunity here, or you have something else going on. There's something else on offer here, a brand new path, a different partnership, whether that's romantic or whether it's, the nature of it is something else. I think for many of you, it's romantic. You may or may not tell that person that, but I do see a conversation happening here between you and likely this King of Wands saying, look, I've been giving and giving and giving and giving all this time, and I haven't been getting back anything that compares to what I've been given. It may be that some of you are giving this person an opportunity to, once and for all, to change. Clarify the Six of Swords. The Emperor. Strong Aries energy, an older individual. I feel like some of you are involved with a fire sign, possibly an Aries. The Lovers. You have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So the Lovers is a relationship to probably quite a passionate, connected, kinetic one as well. The Lovers typically represents a relationship at a crossroads. There's a choice or a decision that needs to be made. Now, for some of you, it might be about the relationship itself, whether you move forward or whether you don't together. It might be a decision in another area of life, but one that's going to significantly impact this relationship, because this is relationship at a crossroads. Judgment. This is a major crossroads energy as well. This is kind of, that important fork in the road of the path of your life. You're being called to do something. And there's typically an air of finality about judgment too, meaning that what you choose to do or don't do is probably what's going to set your path for quite a long time, if not for the rest of this life. Meaning that if you choose to stay in the same position or the same cycle, that's probably just where you're going to find yourself staying in or stuck in even. If you choose to do something different, that's going to be a game changer, and it's going to open up a whole new road of life, which is what's connected to that Fool and the King of Pentacles. So there's major, major, major crossroad choices here. Let's clarify that King of Wands. Six of Swords again, which is a card of healing. There's an opportunity or an attempt here at healing a relationship which has had its issues for quite a long time. I feel, Cancer, like you've put far more into this relationship or partnership than you've gotten in return. I feel like this is one last ditch effort to try and see if that's going to go anywhere, or you're being called to make a decision on it because there's something new in front of you, but you're going to have to say goodbye to something you're going to have to close the door on this that you've already been with, this relationship or this work partnership, in order to take a new path and take the chance of a new path. That's kind of the whole reading there. So let's end with some advice, guidance, feedback for Cancer. Free will, free agency, right? When we ask for advice, guidance, and feedback from God, Spirit, angels, and guides, it's what they think is best. Doesn't mean you don't need, you're going to follow that. They gave us agency, right? But it's what Spirit recommends that you do, or that you focus on to make the best decision. The Knight of Wands. This is charging off very aggressively and very assertively, moving forward quickly and powerfully. And the Fool. So it looks like Spirit is advocating the path of the Fool. Whatever this new opportunity or option is, it looks like it's the one that Spirit thinks is best for you. Oh yeah, Six of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. This is victory, triumph, success, being seen, acknowledged, and recognized for how individual, unique, special, talented, and gifted you are. The Ten of Pentacles is long-term security and stability, where you don't have to worry about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. This is the path of true success. This is a path of true value and true long-term stability and security, whether that's in your relationship life or whether it's in your work partnership life. The new thing that's coming in or the new opportunity that's in front of you, even though it may feel scary, new, different, you got to step outside your comfort zone, close the door on something you've been invested in for quite some time. That is the path that Spirit clearly supports, even in this general reading, which means that it is likely that same advice for the majority of you that are watching this. But free will, free agency. So, okay, Cancer, those are your messages for the first half of February. I hope you enjoyed them, or at least found them relevant, useful, gave you some food for thought, something to chew on. Again, if this really does resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or take advantage of those overviews, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. You can also get that contact info by clicking on the description link. You'll see my email address there as well. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings, which will be right around St. Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, a little early. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.